CITLALI is the new 5-star Cryo character in version 5.3. In this video, I'll break down her kit, strengths, and how she can fit into your teams. CITLALI is a Cryo support and shielder. Also, her kit is packed with unique mechanics. She scales heavily off elemental mastery, which makes this stat a major focus for her. Unlike most shielders who rely on HP or defense, CITLALI'S shield strength and damage both scale with her elemental mastery. Her elemental skill generates a shield that lasts for a solid 20 seconds, which is longer than most shields in the game. This shield also absorbs cryo damage more efficiently, which could be incredibly useful against enemies in her home region of Natlan, where elemental attacks seem to play a bigger role. But the skill doesn't stop there. It also deals cryo damage and summons a puppet. The puppet operates using her Night Soul's blessing system. It starts with 24 Night Soul points and can go up to 100. If the puppet has more than 50 points, it deals off-field cryo damage every second and applies cryo every 2 seconds. However, to keep it active, you'll need to manage the Night Soul points, as the puppet consumes 8 points per second. This adds a layer of strategy to her playstyle, making her kit both engaging and effective. Her elemental burst unleashes an ice storm that deals AoE cryo damage while restoring 24 Night Soul points. This synergy between her skill and burst allows you to quickly replenish enough points to keep her puppet active and dealing off-field cryo damage. Additionally, the burst summons spirit vessel skulls that target enemies and explode, dealing extra cryo damage. These mechanics make her burst not just a strong nuke, but also a tool for setting up reactions and sustaining her puppet. CITLALI'S passive abilities are all about making her a team player. When you trigger freeze or melt reactions, she reduces enemies' pyro and hydro resistance by 20% for 12 seconds. This is a huge deal for teams running pyro or hydro DPS characters like Mavwika, Mualani, and Nuvalet. On top of that, she restores Night Soul points every time these reactions are triggered, ensuring her puppet stays active longer. Her off-field cryo damage scales with 90% of her elemental mastery, while her burst's initial ice storm damage scales with an impressive 1200% of her elemental mastery. Additionally, her exploration mechanic ties into Natlan's Night Soul system, similar to Auroron's, helping with mobility and resource gathering. While it might not be the flashiest part of her kit, it's a nice bonus for exploring the world. Now, let's talk about her weapon. Her signature weapon provides 542 base attack, 264 elemental mastery, and an additional 100 elemental mastery through its passive. On top of that, it boosts the active character's damage by 28% for 15 seconds every time a shield is generated. This weapon is clearly designed to maximize her team utility, but for those who don't want to pull for it, alternatives like Thrilling Tales of Dragonslayers can also work, especially for buffing your main DPS. Overall, CITLALI looks like a fantastic addition to the game, especially if you're into versatile support characters who can also hold their own in terms of damage. Her combination of shielding, cryo application, and resistance shredding makes her a strong pick for teams focused on pyro or hydro DPS. While her kit might take some time to master, the payoff seems well worth it. So what do you think about CITLALI? Are you excited to pull for her, or are you still saving for another character? Let me know in the comments.